What are your thoughts on men? Should they have to be with a virgin to be successful in a marriage, or what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think 96% of women aren't virgins on their wedding days.
96%.
Yeah, so good luck if you want one. Like, they don't really exist. It's so funny because it's like all the women will come forward and like, you know, it's like we're all whores, all of us. Because, 96, no, seriously, because 96% of us will be thrown out 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I got a 1% wife. I'm cool with it.
96%.
Y'all are like, oh, that's so cute. I'm like,
know that part of that 96%.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on to that.
How do we not know that maybe they're not married, like she's not a virgin on their wedding day, but maybe she only had sex with that guy
Okay,
and
fine,
they got
double
married.
it. 90%. Like, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll give another 5, but it's still 9 out of 10 of us would be thrown out 100 years ago. So, I mean, can men expect that in 2023? I don't say this happily, you know, but not really.
Well, then when you have a social media life that is brought on to 20-something-year-old women who are at the age of marriage and insecurities, they're going to veer themselves into a pond that maybe they're not even into. Like, all of these women who are going into selling their bodies for money.
1 out of 25.
OnlyFans.
1 out of 25 under the age of 35 sells their body.
I'm sure that it's even more than that.
I want to talk about that. I
I would think it's even more than that.
You're gonna like this.
Well, yeah, that's just Cam and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But my philosophy is men always pay for it.
Yep. Yeah, and that's why when they're
So
desperate.
is 1 out of 25 selling, or all of them?
I think
1
it's
out of
more
25.
than that. I
Because
think it's
if you think
1
about it,
out
if you're
of
married, you're
5.
paying for it. If you're married, you have to have
yeah, you are.
resources. If you have a girlfriend,
you
you have
just
to
got a
resource. If you're
contracted
dating,
hooker.
if you have a transactional relationship, you're paying for it. So maybe 1 out of 25 has a transactional situation, but I believe all men pay. And the guys that don't, just like a guy says, I'd never pay for it. Oh, she did it for free. Well, I wouldn't want to be with a girl that's free because that there's no value.
There's no value.
If she says, oh, come over and watch Netflix and we'll have sex, dude, that's easy. Who wants to be with that? So look at it from this perspective. If for thousands of years, men or women always went for guys with the resources, right?
Yeah.
Dr. David Buss in his book, Evolution of Desire. And if that's the case, we have to establish those resources. That costs us money.
I think there's a distinction, though, between paying for it and just being a guy who's of decent net worth, and he can provide interesting experiences. Like, I've talked to the Tates about this.
There's no difference.
I talked to Tristan about this, and they had a lot of money, right? And he would date women, and he said, but it's not like you say to the woman, right, come out and I'm gonna, I'll give you $5,000 for the weekend. Or
No.
It's not that.
No.
But it is, hey, I've got this cool car. We can take a trip. We can go down to Italy. We'll be by the beach. We'll go to this cool restaurant. Blah blah blah. So they're providing. The money allows you to provide an interesting experience, but it's not necessarily. But I agree, there are degrees of transactionality in all of this stuff. But that you don't have to be a Tristan Tate style multimillionaire for that to happen, though. They're on a lower level. There's a lot of girls who they want to go on trips. They're they're in Dubai.
I think the whole point is that just as women we make kind of dumb decisions. So here, put that up again, please. Put that up again, please. And that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, even better, and I was thinking about how nowadays, like, under 5 is the new virgin, and I was thinking about how sad that is. I'm like, as a group, the best women in today's market, it's like under 5.
Well, the best women